How are you supposed to move the cameras around without them, touching the screen and screwing something up? That's my old phone, by the way. Oh boy. Okay. So we're just going to be talking about the latest things. I spoke with Valerie today. She's 26 days sober from illicit drugs. I was doing a little research on the opium, and well, somehow I guess the algorithm suggested a movie for me to watch, a documentary, and it turns out that all the billionaires, they got their money from drugs, selling drugs. I'll show you the video later on. Yep. Well, just think of it. What's the third largest industry? Drugs, both legal and illegal. Well, those are some big crawdads. I was wanting cabbage too. I was wanting some cabbage, but I don't. I told you the way I live, can't make no cabbage. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna take these lemon supplements. But I did just try the lemon, and I gotta say, it's crazy. Did you see what Willie D just made? He just made a video 4 hours ago, and let me see. Let me see if it is what I think it's gonna be. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if it is what I. This 29th Sun to go, and this is how it played. Okay, it's something different. Okay, so forget I said that. Okie dokie. Okay. So I'm trying to find myself here. And what's going on with this thing? Oh, I'm trying to go live. How dumb. Okay, here we go. And there I am. And I got a whole bunch of people in here. 5 people don't know how to act. I didn't prepare anything for you. I'm just gonna talk off the top of my thinking. Okay, so what I want to talk about is what's going on with Orange Man, and what's going on with these drugs for obesity. Okay, and and then I want to talk about this doctor because I was doing stuff on this how the food they make over in Asia is 1,000 times better than what we're getting. And if you don't believe me, if you don't believe that they have porked up the population. They done it by design. Then Watchers Club on YouTube. Watchers Club. It's a live stream. It's this girl. She's doing it forever. At least 2 or 3 years since I've seen her. She goes out and she films walking around town, just like these people over here do, walking around Los Angeles. And you'll notice that the people are not obese like they are over here. Okay? And check for yourself. Look at somebody doing a live stream out of Los Angeles, and then compare it to the live streams there. Well, it's because of the products. Like I told you, the lemon, right? I got the lemon. I thought I was getting the lemon powder, but it turns out that it's lemon juice. So it's things like that, okay? And they also, use a bunch of herbs. India uses a lot of herbs. And all these things are becoming available now on Amazon. I'm trying to get me some other stuff, man. And stuff that they, it's now just starting to become available because there's billions of people over there. Okay, we're only millions. And so look at India. So I'm going to be talking about this. But before we talk about it, you've got to know that these two industries are in bed together. Okay? One of them makes you blow up so that you will consume more food. Okay? And the other one sells you the food and they put all the garbage in it, crap in it. It's a scam. And nobody has ever been able to call them on it because they'd freaking take you off the planet real quick. The only person that was had the nerve to say it was Kevin Trudeau in his book that he wrote about 20 years ago. That's why the people are finally starting to catch on now. Okay? I've already showed you the book. So you have to know that. Okay, so now Orange Man has this meeting with these people who are saying, oh, we have to get rid of this problem with obesity in the United States. It's a big problem. So we have a drug we want to sell you, right? And so the dude freaking faints, right? And everybody's just cracking up. One of the CEOs from that company, I'm not going to repeat the name, they're like a multi-billion-dollar company. They're like right up on top, getting right up there with Tesla, Nvidia, and Walmart and whatnot, and Microsoft. So he's a CEO for this company. Obscene profits. Okay? Maximum profits, minimum amount of product. Just like the drug industry, the opium industry, just like back in when they were doing the war in Vietnam, it was over heroin. They were saying it's this and that, and we want to get some oil and this and that. It was for freaking heroin. They were taking heroin, they were putting it in the freaking military aircraft and shipping it back over here. One time they even sent a Boeing 747 loaded with pure cocaine straight to the White House. They were all doing it up. This was back when cocaine was popular. And if you don't believe me, what do you think they're doing with the opium? Last year they had 10,000 tons of opium. Okay, they're trying to get rid of that and make everything synthetic. But for that much opium, you have to bring it in by train. So everyone, I did research on this. Every once in a while, the DA will go out there with the National Guard, the Coast Guard, and act like they bust. We found 700 pounds of cocaine. We got. Then they show it all, and then they take pictures of it and they show it all across the whole United States on mainstream media. One boat when there's freaking train loads of it coming in. It's a freaking scam. They've been making money off it. I just saw a video last night. It says all these multi-billionaires, that's how they made their money, off selling drugs. And why do you think it's the third largest industry right now? And so this guy, he's supposed to be the CEO. He faints in there. And so Orange Man gets up and he takes a look at him and just turns around. Now everybody's cracking up because of the look on his face. And freaking RFK just freaking made a beeline out of there, right? And so I'm thinking, you can't make this stuff up, right? I'm like, they've got to be pulling your leg. You know how these guys are, right? There hasn't been an administration like this. I think they're freaking bull crapping. And how we could find out if that was all a freaking play acting is by finding out if that guy who fainted, find out what he took in college. Did he take acting in college? Because if he did, I'll bet you that was a freaking, they're pulling your leg, right? They're probably all high on cocaine. What do you think? What would you be doing if you had that much money? And so wow, everybody left. Not interesting, huh? Trump or Biden? Biden ain't even on the list. Are you crazy? Uh, Trump Trump ain't gonna. Uh, I think who's gonna be running is Kamala and what's his name? Oh, Obama. So yeah. So I don't know anything about that. Uh, but I do remember when Obama first came on. That's when I started getting into this stuff because we were down at the Fresno City College. I was going to Fresno City College at this time. I took two classes over there. One of them was absolute garbage, and the other one was really good. And and they they fed us very well. We had had real good sandwiches there. It was strange. I'll tell you that. It was strange. We were in the auditorium. I don't even know how the hell I got there, to tell you the truth. I'm like, what the hell? I look back now and I'm like, what the hell was I doing there? Uh, but anyway, um, so that's all I've got except for the lemon. I want to show you something. Okay, there's a doctor on YouTube, and this sounds very interesting. His name is Dr. Berg, and he's talking about lemons. He talks about a whole bunch of different things, but because he talks about these things, it's kind of a little bit difficult to try and find them. Of course, before you'd never be able to find them. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, um, yeah, so much has changed because of that book that Kevin Trudeau wrote. Sold over 10 million copies. Because of that, people are barely right now starting to catch on and everybody's going on here and making videos about all these natural things that are good for you, right? And so let me show you him here real quick if I could get this thing to work. Okay, so you have to go like this, and then go down here and hit enter, and I hit enter up here. See if that'll do it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna click out of there. Got my whatchamacallit hooked up. Okay, click out of there, and click off this one, and I guess I could eject this one here. Okay, just a second. Let me just eject this doodah here. Okay, DCIM USB D drive. Yeah, this one. And let's go eject. Oh, now it doesn't tell me it's okay to eject, huh? Okay. Okay, DCIM. Okay. Okay, well, screw it. Okay, I'm going to show you this doctor here. Okay, I'm surprised that the camera is actually on the video. Oh, but you can see me. I've been talking all this time and you can't see me, huh? Oh, wow, what a drag. Okay. That's probably why everybody left right there. Okay, but this part right here. Okay, just a second. It's taking a little while to load up. Okay, it shows. Yeah, if I move it any more, you won't be able to see the TV. So it's because I don't have it on horizontal. There's nobody in here anyway. So, but I got some messages. So on horizontal, I didn't get no messages last night. Okay, so as soon as this guy comes up here, okay, let me see if this thing's connected. Verizon. Connected, okay. So, what's the deal with it? Why won't it flash on? So let me show you the product here. Okay, there we go. Let me show you the product. Okay. So, let me show you this Berg guy. Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G. Okay. Okay, let me go here and put this in here. Dr. Berg, whoops. Dr. Berg lemon. Okay. And let me pull it up here. See how slow it is on the laptop? It's just real. And I don't understand why. Androids work fine. Why wouldn't the laptop work? I was using the desktop and I thought that the desktop was no good. So I got a new laptop and it's the same damn thing. Okay, this is it right here and it's this one right here. Can you see that? I didn't mean for it to start playing there. That one right there. Okay? See? That one that says whole lemon. Can you see where it says whole lemon right there? I'm waiting for this thing to catch up. Oh, right here. It's such a pain to try and move this damn thing. It's just, okay. That one, it says whole lemon. and his YouTube channel is called Dr. Berg. Okay, Dr. Berg, and this one is, he titled it "Amazing Benefits of Eating Whole Lemons, Peel, White Part, and Seeds." The whole lemon. Okay, I forgot that's a modality. There's a name for that modality when you use the whole herb, not just, parts of it. But let's see if that thing tracked back on here. Okay, so that's Dr. Berg. Okay, and so you know, uh, I've been trying to get this lemon because I was watching YouTube videos, and um, I'm waiting to see if that thing, if I'm in the picture here. Just a second. Okay, let's see what I'm watching there. Okay, so I guess it could come over a little bit more if the phone doesn't fall. Okay. And so, wow, 5 people back in here again. I'm just waiting to see when I show up in there. Yeah, see, on this vertical, on vertical it's no bueno. I'm just gonna have to move it and put it over here. Okay. I have to move this damn thing and put it right here. Okay. So, so I saw this YouTube video, and it showed how they process lemons over in Korea. And they take the lemon and they turn it into powder, the whole lemon. The peel, the whatever you call it, what's it called? The white part. The peeling, the white part, the seeds, everything. Okay? And they turn it into a powder, which means they take all the water out of it. And they turn it into a powder, and then they put it into a pack like this. Okay? But it's written in Korean or Chinese. It looks like Chinese. Probably there's the same language. I don't know. And so I looked all over for it, and I could not find a manufacturer in the USA that makes this product. Well, naturally, because they don't want you to have anything good. Okay? Anything that's good, they destroy it. I've already told you how they destroy stuff. If something's good and has a lot of beneficial medicinal qualities, like spices, they'll load it full of garbage. Okay? They'll even put stuff in there you can't even pronounce. They're just doing it on purpose. That's why some of our food to be imported into Europe has to be labeled hazardous toxic waste. If it's not labeled hazardous toxic waste, it's illegal. Okay? And because of all the garbage that they're putting in the food on purpose. Because I told you these two industries are in bed together. Okay? And their customers, when they get a customer in there, they rack up 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they were racking up $350,000 a year per customer. Okay? And so I tried to buy the product, and I looked for the product, and I can't seem to order it. If you go on YouTube, it says this is the product, and you click on it, and it says, okay, you will interpret the page, right? So it turns into English, but it just all messes up. And I haven't been able to order the product, but I found this one that is written in Chinese, and it looked just like it, so I ordered it, but it turns out that this is actually liquid in here. And so I'm thinking maybe, because it says 100 on it, I'm thinking maybe what they did is they crystallized or made the lemon into powder, okay, which means they took out all the water, and then they took the powder and they put water back into it. Hopefully that's what they done, okay? Because if I wanted lemon juice, I could just go down to dollar store and buy me a thing of lemon juice. You can see I drank that whole thing already, okay? But lemon juice, okay, they're not going to have no peeling in here. They're not going to have the white part, and they sure as hell ain't going to have no seeds, okay? And so all those things are gone. And if you listen to this dude, he tells you, you know, that there's riboflavins and different stuff like this. That's awesome. That's why the lemon is like #1 top of these things that are medicinal, have medicinal qualities. If you read the encyclopedia by Andrew Chevalier, it's called The Encyclopedia of Medicinal Plants and Herbs. It was printed in the UK, and it is DK Books. That's the publisher, DK Books. And you'll see lemon is like lemon, garlic, ginger are like the top, right? And so I got this last night, and I started making a video, and I'm like, that don't feel like powder. That feels like liquid. And I was like, oh man. I was like, you know, so I took one today, just right now, because I went in and I started watching his video. Actually, I didn't watch the whole thing last time, so I just watched the whole thing now, and I'm like, this guy really, he's minding his P's and Q's. He's really, you know, is on it with these riboflavins and capillaries and all this other stuff. So so I said, I'm gonna go try some of this. Okay, the best thing would be to get an ozonator. Okay, I showed you the ozonator last night. The way I live, I can't, it's not normal in here. I don't have the ability to have something where I can put the lemons in water and put this thing in there. Okay, it's just too much of a hassle. And to get a blender and do all that, it ain't happening. That's why I'm trying to get something convenient like this, where I can do it right away. That's why I had an idea for a business, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later. They don't want businesses like this because their stocks will freaking dump. Just like their stocks dumped during when this one person started telling everybody to take ivermectin and fenbendazole, right? I'll bet if you look back, you'll see that their stocks dumped. I haven't checked it. I don't really check that kind of stuff. But that's why they don't want it, because they start losing business. And this is the third largest industry in the world. The second largest industry is the one that feeds you. Okay? They're in bed together. It's a scam. They're doing this to the American people. They don't do it in other countries. Okay? And so or at least not as bad as other countries. I mean, other countries aren't as bad as the United States. United States is the worst. But like I said, it was way, way, way worse 20 years ago. You couldn't even say this. You couldn't say what I'm saying right now. They'd take you off the face of the earth in a New York minute. Okay, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna try one. So they're very easy to open, very awesomely done, and it does not look like this. I don't think it looks like this. No, it doesn't look like this. This stuff looks like kind of like white, and this looks like it has lemon peeling in it because it's more like yellow. And so I haven't done a taste test, okay? But I more than likely, I mean, I will do a taste test. But this one here does not look like this stuff. So it might be that they made this off of the whole powder that has the whole lemon in it. Hopefully that's true. If not, I'll keep looking for that. But yes, the best way is, and I have about 15, so that's a good 2 weeks worth. So I just start, taking a regimen of them, and you know, it's not too shabby, especially if you put like, some honey, which is also supposed to be have medicinal qualities, medicinal properties. And there's probably a lot of different things you can do. Like you could probably mix it with, beet juice or carrot juice or who knows what. But for right now, I'm just going with straight lemon juice because it does not taste bad. I put about that much water and I put one of these in there, and it's not difficult to drink at all. So the only thing is that he says that if it's been turned into liquid and they packaged it, that more than likely it's been pasteurized, which means that they heated it up or something. I don't know. And so if you do that, it gets rid of the vitamin C. And so what they do is they'll put vitamin C back into it, or what they call vitamin C. It's not vitamin C. Okay? There's a difference between the stuff what they call vitamin C and what the vitamin C is out of the fruit itself. But the main thing I got off of it was the flavonoid. That it's some kind of enzyme or something like this, and go listen to the video yourself, okay? Of this Dr. Berg. It's titled the picture on there. The icon says whole lemon, and then the introduction or the description says, the title says, amazing benefits of eating whole lemons. Peel, white part, and seeds. And he actually made this video 3 years ago. And so actually, I mean, this is convenient. And if I can get the powder and find out more information on what he's talking about, probably it's okay just to use this stuff that comes from Korea. Maybe they know what they're doing, right? But the stuff down here, it's not made like they do in Korea. They don't use the whole fruit, and they don't wash it 4 times like they do in Korea. Run it through an ozonator and a sonic thing, and they wash the fruit 4 times before they turn it into powder. So really, if you have a nice kitchen where you have your blender and you have a juicer and you have a dishwasher and you can do all this, then the best thing to do would be just like take a half a lemon, right? And well, if it's organic, you know, you probably don't even really need to run it through the ozonator, but I wouldn't take a chance anyway. But even if you can't get any organic, um, uh, then you could use the ozonator. But I can tell you with absolute certainty. I guess in this small town, we get a lot of our produce, or they get a lot of their produce from Mexico. I don't know where they're getting it, but you know that the quality of stuff coming from South America and Mexico is better than the United States. This is a fact. Tomatoes in Mexico have already passed um, the quality of tomatoes, the tomato production, right? You can prove it for yourself. Go down and get the great tomatoes and do a taste test. The ones from Mexico are better. And the stuff coming from South America is better. It's excellent quality. And so you can get these lemons from, you know, your major stores, right? Your big box stores, and they taste horrible. They taste absolutely horrible. You can't even peel them. The peeling sticks to the fruit, right? It's a real thin peeling. Where there's another kind of lemon, and you know, it it peels easy. They made a GMO one to look like it, but it's not the same thing. It just looks like it. And and you can peel this lemon, and you can sit there and you can eat the lemon. You put some salt on it. It doesn't taste nasty like the other lemons. The other lemons just taste like pure sour, and that's it. This one is not like that. It's like sour, but it has a it's just a different. It doesn't taste awful like the other lemons. So I'm thinking these lemons that they've got over here are probably some type of organic lemon coming from Mexico. Okay, if I find one again, because I was telling people, I was like, man, go down and get yourself some of these lemons, right? This was before I started, you know, really using them for health, wellness reasons. But yeah, so uh, so the best thing would be to get an ozonator. Just take half of one, throw it in a blender, right? It's a little bit more troublesome, but if if the benefits are way more better to do it that way, then I'll probably have to eventually get myself an ozonator and a blender and start doing it that way. But this way is so much more convenient. The stuff that's coming from Korea. Now, you remember I was telling you about the beef. I've been doing keeping tabs on the beef coming from South America because they're supposed to, you know, have a deal with South America and Argentina. They've got a lot of cattle. I've seen this stuff. I knew about this, you know, a year ago. That they've got a lot of cattle over there. Their agriculture is bumping, and the quality's way better. The blueberries are, you know, light years better than the blueberries we get around here. And I told you about the blueberries that I get over at United Supermarket in Pecos, Texas, and they were from like Chile or Peru or Argentina, right? I don't remember exactly which one, but I was like, how in the hell are they getting these things over here? And they're fresher than the ones we got. And there's the difference between night and day. I'd get me two big old giant packs of them, and so yeah, so they're saying, well, we don't have enough beef over here or something, so we're going to get it from Argentina, and that'll lower the prices for you people. So I started keeping tabs on it, and I bought the corned beef that comes in a can, and you can get it down at Walmart for $3.50. You know, or you can get their expensive one, same quantity. You can get the expensive one from Auckland for $8. Right? That's a big difference. $3 compared to $8. And down at the dollar store at Family Dollar, they're $4.75. So basically $5. They're $4.75. And this product is from Argentina or Brazil. And then they've got another one that is, I think it's at Dollar General, and it's actually no, it's like, well, I don't know if Dollar General has it anymore, because I looked this morning, it said that they didn't have it. So the cheapest one is like $4.75, and around here. But if you're at a Walmart has them for $3.75. This is before they made the deal with Argentina. You can get it right now for $3.75. And it's from Brazil. Okay? Brazil, Argentina. They're both about the same quality. You can't really notice the difference. There is a slight difference, you can tell. And so I was telling you that I used to haul meat. There's this company called, they're the biggest company of meat, okay, in the United States. And they have a what do you call that, manufacturing plant where they process all the meat. It's frozen, and they ship it all over the place. And it's down in Texas, and I forgot what the name of the town is. It's just a little small town, and it's right over by Vega. There's Vega, Texas, or Vega, New Mexico. No, it's got to be Vega, Texas. And it's right before you get to Amarillo, Texas, and you just go south from there about 25-30 miles, and that's where they have this little town at, where they have all this meat from this manufacturer. So the name of the company, one of the company, the products they put out is called Hereford. Okay, it's an American product. Okay, so I bought one of the Herefords, which was about $1 more, and I bought the Walmart brand, which is Equate. Right? No, it's quality. What's it called? Good quality or whatever. What's that damn Walmart brand? I don't even remember right now, but it's great value. And so the great value is from Brazil. Excellent product. Like all great value stuff is good, better than the name brands. And so I also got one of the American company, which is Hereford, right? And it was $1 more. And so I went to open it the other day. Actually, I did open it, and I ate it already. And then I was like, hey, I forgot to see where the hell, read the where it was made at. And so I went over to read it. The USA product. They have thousands and thousands of bulls out here at Harris Ranch, right? That they used, and who knows where else they get their beef from here in the United States. Well, the can says that beef that's in there inside of it is from South America. Now, how crazy is that? That's pretty crazy. Okay, so, you're talking about, doing a deal. I think they already own the damn place. They already own the company down there in Brazil, right? It's just that they can produce it cheaper over there, cheaper labor. So I don't know what this, oh, I'm going to strike a deal with Argentina. They already own this damn thing. And they're acting like, oh, well, it's going to mess up. No, we want to sell our beef. Oh, here's a bunch of bullshit. They're bullshitting the people. Okay? And if you look on Vicky Dillard, he just gave him $52 billion. They ain't worried about it. They ain't worried about selling their soybeans either. They've got trillions and trillions of freaking dollars. And so that's all I've got for right now. And I got me another can of corned beef, which is kind of like the cheapest one I can get around here. Got me corned beef. I gotta cook it. Where is it? Oh, it's in the other. Hey, where's my? Oh no, that's my State Market bag. Yeah, so I bought another one today because they're pretty good. They're very good, and so that's all I've got for right now, and I will try to um, bring you some more information once I start thinking of something. But yeah, there's some other good products that I'll talk about later. Like what I want to do next is start getting rid of the sugar that I use. I'm gonna get rid of the sugar. Like I've been using, I try to stay away from the certain kinds of sugar, but um, I've been using the brown sugar, and that's pretty good. But I'm actually thinking of starting to use different kinds of sugar, like coconut sugar. This is what they use in when they're cooking um, abgosti. That's goat or lamb or goat, and in Punjabi cooking. I told you that uh, this food out there on the road when you're driving a truck, this is a lifesaver compared to the garbage they are feeding these people all across the United States. That's why I said they should build one here. They should bring one and put one right out there on the freeway. I made a whole video about it because for the truck drivers, because it is loaded with um, uh, medicinal quality spices and herbs. Okay, and so I'm seeing some of the things that they use in their cooking, and it's starting to show up on Amazon. So I've got some stuff that I want to order, stuff that actually tastes good, like even the sugar. I'm thinking about replacing my sugar with coconut sugar. That's what they use. Costs a little bit more, but you know, um, I think it's worth it. And so that's all I've got for right now. A lot of this stuff I don't even know how to cook it. Right? Like when I first started using ginger, I don't know how to incorporate it into the food. Um, but I'm learning a little bit by watching YouTube. So, and besides, even if I knew how to cook, can't really cook it because the only pan I've got is about that big, and one. Actually, I bought another one, so I got two. So that's all I've got for right now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for sharing, subscribing, and thanks for leaving comments. I see a lot of people left comments. Um, uh, what do we got going on here? Not much. I just wanted to make a video and show you, what was going on here lately. That stunt that they pulled, where that dude came out and he fainted and stuff. Everybody's talking about it. It's a crack up. What's his name? Norland is talking about it. And well, I also just figured out that the highest concentration of billionaires is in the Bay Area. And that place looks like a freaking dump. This is an obscenity. This needs to register in the collective conscious of society how freaking wrong this is. It's a freaking obscenity, and the people can't see it. This is what Tupac was trying to tell the people. Okay? So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for leaving comments. Uh, uh, yeah, I was doing research um, on the opium, poppy, and all that stuff. What's going on in other countries? I'll talk about that later because it is a big scam. But people are starting to find out about this, just like prostitution too. They're starting to find out that it's a big scam, right? All these things that people, just they think it's normal, right? They're getting scammed. And because one guy come out there and he was saying, you can take a girl over to your house and do this and that, and you can give her some money or whatever, buy her these things, and that's okay. But if you take her to a motel room and give her some money, then you're going to jail, right? And it's true. It's a big freaking scam. And the people who say, oh, we're keeping out drugs, they're the ones selling drugs. They are very, very sneaky. That's why people need to read The Biggest Secret by David Icke and find out about these reptilian shapeshifters. Just go straight over to page 332 and start reading there. Uh, you will be astounded, okay, when you find out about these things, how tricky they are. But yeah, I think it was all. I think they're getting high. Well, he's 82 years old, so he probably wouldn't be getting high. But I don't know. Maybe they're on something. But that's the first thing to do. Find out if this guy took acting in class, because they might be just pulling the people's leg, because that's too weird, right? In the old days, they wouldn't even show you that. If that happened, they wouldn't even show the people. So in a way, the people are starting to find out everything what's going on now, even on Facebook. Facebook is showing all this stuff that's going on. So thanks for leaving comments. And facts. Are you being for real? Same. And are you being for real? Am I being for real? Trump or Biden. That's ridiculous. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's crazy. I don't even know that stuff. I don't even pay attention to it. To me, it's all a freaking script by the mastermind, Lucifer. It's all a script. All the fighting they're doing, it's all fake. They are all freaking multimillionaires. Okay? And some people are saying that they're all extraterrestrials. They think they are better than the people. They consider the people scum. They loathe the people. That's why I say read The Biggest Secret by David Icke and learn about these fallen angels, Lucifer and the fallen angels, who he calls reptilian shapeshifters. I'm telling you, I think he's a reptilian shapeshifter himself. Or how would he have known all this stuff? He's also got other good books. There's Tales from the Time Loop. Go on Amazon and check out all his books. He's got like 20 books. Tales from the Time Loop. You know how they say you can't judge a book by its cover? Yes, you can. So check out Tales from a Time Loop, and the Truth Shall Set You Free, and that the two I promote is The Biggest Secret. That's the main one, The Biggest Secret, because it's got all the people's names in it. Okay? If you remember the last 5 presidents, you'll remember all the people that he talks about in there. He gives you their first and last name. Okay? I still haven't been able, I still have not, cannot understand why the people have not started talking about it. You'll see it once in a while in the comments, oh, reptilian shapeshifter, this and that, but nobody will come up here and acknowledge the book. And I'm like, do you think you're going to look stupid, or what is it? Right? It's just unbelievable the amount of um, the amount of unrecognition the book is getting. It should be, everybody should be talking about this, about these extraterrestrials who've been doing all this crap since day one, since the days of ancient Egypt. They've got pictures of all this stuff since the days of ancient Egypt. How have they been able to get away with this for so long? That's why this to me seems like revelation, because they are being exposed. For all the years we grew up, they would never expose this stuff. They would never tell the people what was going on. And now the people are seeing what's really going on. More and more and more. And the extraterrestrials absolutely are against it, because they have too much of an advantage having the telepathy, being able to come up and read your thoughts. It's a piece of cake. If you just look at what they're doing, crossing alligators with catfish, mixing the genes on a computer. Okay? They can mix genes on the computer. I don't know how they have the instruments, what kind of robotics they have mixing the chemicals and everything together, but they do it on the computer. And they showed you they can do it. They mixed a catfish with an alligator. And you know, a long time ago they mixed Dolly over here in San Jose. So, if you take into consideration the abilities of a mantis, a prey mantis, then you'll start to understand these things, that they have telepathy. And they told you they were mixing stuff. That's why they had the picture of a human with an eagle head in the Egyptian pyramids. And so they don't want the people to know. David Icke said, watch this movie back from 1983. It was called V, right? The letter V. It was called V, miniseries, and that'll give you an idea basically what they're like. Okay. Um, and but they don't want the people. They don't want to be exposed, because they know that the people are gonna take them to court when they find out that these mofos have telepathy. And they come up to you, they can read your thoughts, they know what you're thinking, because the humans are going to take them to court and say, this is an invasion of privacy. You guys have to get the hell out of here and go back to your own planet, wherever you came from. That's why they don't want to be exposed. Okay? So that's all I've got for right now. Stay tuned. And make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell so that you'll get notified next time I go live. Thanks again. Thanks for leaving the messages. And